key management service keys that will exist AWS unencrypted, KMS data keys, envelope encryption keys, KMS customer master keys, or A and C both option. So answer is KMS customer master keys are the fundamental resources that AWS KMS manages, and CMKs are the never leave AWS KMS unencrypted. Data keys by contrast are written to you in a plain text form so you can use them to encrypt your data. Your company wants to extend their existing Microsoft Active Directory capability into the Amazon VPC without establishing a trust relationship with the existing on-premises Active Directory. Which of the following is the best practice to achieve these goals? Create and connect an Amazon Directory Service AD connector. Create and connect an AWS Directory Service Simple AD. Create and connect an AWS Directory Service for the Amazon Active Directory Enterprise Edition, or none of the above. So option B is right because Simple AD is a Microsoft Active Directory compatible directory powered by the Samba 4, supporting commonly used AD features like user account, group membership, domain joining, issue to instance, Kerberos based SSO, and the group policies, all without needing a trust relationship to the existing on premises directory. So option B is right. Question number 23. Which of the following cache engine is supported by the Amazon Elastic Cache? MySQL, Memcached, Redis, or Couchbase? So answer is Memcached and Cache because Elastic Cache supports a Memcache and Redis as a cache engine. Couchbase is not supported natively. Your organization uses a Ceph heavily for its deployment automation. What AWS cloud service provide integration with the Ceph recipe to start a new application server instances, configure application server software, and deploy application? AWS Elastic Beanstalk, Amazon Kinesis, AWS OpsWorks, or AWS CloudFormation? So option 3 is right, C is right, because OpsWorks uses a Ceph recipe to start a new app server instances, configure server software, and deploy application. Organization can leverage a Ceph recipe to automate operations like software configuration, package installation, database setup, server scaling, and the code deployment. Question number 25. Which AWS service records an application program interface calls made on your account and deliver a log files to your Amazon Simple Service storage service bucket? So CloudTrail, CloudWatch, Kinesis, or Data Pipeline? So answer is CloudTrail because whenever we are going to see the records of the API, we can go with the CloudTrails because it is important information about each API call. API CloudTrail will have including the name of the API, identity of the caller, time of the call, and the request parameter, and the response elements returned by the AWS cloud resources. Your company data center is completely full with the sales group by determining a need to store 200 TB of product video. These videos were created over the last several years, with the most recent being accessed by the sales, and the most often the data must be accessed locally, but there is a no space in the data center to install local storage devices. What AWS cloud service will meet sales requirement? AWS S3 store volumes, Amazon EC2 instance with attached Amazon EBS volumes, Amazon S3 cached volumes, AWS import export disk. So answer is C because Amazon Storage Gateway allows you to access the data in Amazon S3 locally with the gateway cached volume configuration, letting you to expand a relatively small amount of local storage into virtually unlimited storage backup by the Amazon S3. Your company has a 30 years of financial records that take up the 15 TB of on-premises storage. It is regulated that you can maintain these records, but in the year you have worked for the company, no one have ever requested any of this data. Given that the company data center is already filling the bandwidth of its internet connection, what is the alternative way to store the data on the most appropriate cloud storage? So option is A is import and export to Amazon S3, import and export to Glacier, Kinesis or the EMR we can use. So answer is B because the internet connection is already full and the best solution is to use the import and export to physically ship the data, the most appropriate storage location for rarely accessed and long-term archival data in Amazon Glacier. All of the website deployments are currently done by your company deployment team, which with a surge in a website popularity, the company is looking for the ways to be a more agile with deployments. What AWS cloud service can help the developer to focus more on writing a code instead of spending a time managing and configuring a server, database, load balancer, firewalls and networks. AWS Config, AWS Trusted Advisor, AWS Kinesis, Amazon Elastic Beanstalk. So answer D is right. Amazon Elastic Beanstalk is the fastest and the simplest way to get an application up and running on Amazon. Developer can simply upload their application code and the service automatically handles all the details such as resources provisioning, load balancing, auto scaling and the monitoring. So answer D, Elastic Beanstalk is the right answer. What combination of services enable you to copy daily 50 TB of data to Amazon storage and process the data in Hadoop and store the results in the large data warehouse? Option A, Amazon Kinesis data pipeline, Elastic MEM reduce EMR or EC2, EBS data pipeline, EMR Redshift. Option B. Option C, S3 data pipeline, EMR or Redshift. Option D is S3, Amazon Simple Workflow, Amazon EMR and Amazon DynamoDB. So option C is right because data pipeline allow you to run a regular ETL jobs on Amazon and on-premises data service sources. The best storage for this large volume of data is Amazon S3 and Amazon Redshift is the large scale data warehouse service that fits the requirement. Question number 30. A firm is moving its testing platform to AWS to provide the developers with instant access to clean test and development environment. The primary requirement for the firm is to make environment easy, reproducible and fungible. What services will help the firm meet their requirements? AWS Cloud Formation, AWS Config, Amazon Redshift or AWS Trusted Advisor. So answer A is right because with the AWS Cloud Formation, you can reuse your template to set up your resources consistently and repeatedly. Just describe your resources once and then provision the same resources over and over in a multiple stacks.